I'm at Burton Waters, a 15-acre unique marina development just 2 miles from the city of Lincoln. My name's Jill Harvey, and today I'll be presenting session 2 of 5 on business diversification in the visitor economy sector. So in this session, we're going to be looking at what's termed as horizontal diversification. We'll look at what it is, I'll give you some examples, and then we'll look at the pros and cons of diversifying horizontally. So horizontal diversification is essentially about adding new products or services that are distinct from your current products or services, but meet more of the needs of your existing client base. It's popular in industries where competition is steep. And normally, people will develop the new products or services in-house because they're not too far removed from what's already being offered. So let's take some examples. A hotel, the purpose of a hotel is actually to allow somebody to sleep overnight. But what you'll see most hotels have done is they've diversified horizontally. They've recognised that people who sleep at night also want to eat a meal, and they might want to have a drink in a bar. They might want to exercise in a gym, or depending on the type of hotel, play a round of golf or play some tennis, and they might need transfers. That is diversification. It's the main focus is on accommodation, but the hotel has diversified different products and services for their customers. If we look at a restaurant, the main purpose of going to a restaurant is to eat a meal. But as you'll know from restaurants that we have around here, Damon's for example, they'll have a bar area in advance, and you can go and just sit in a bar and have a drink. It can also be that some restaurants have rooms. You'll see them advertised, restaurants with rooms, and it'll just be a couple of discrete rooms above the restaurant. In a pub or a bar, the main purpose is usually go along for a drink with friends. And pubs and bars now have recognised that people often like to eat after they've had a drink. So they will have a dining section, or they'll serve meals at the table. Again, they may have function rooms. They may have rooms above the pub or bar. And some pubs, particularly rural, and we're really blessed with this in Lincolnshire, is they'll have a little bit of land by them, and they can have camping outside in the summer months. Then we have visitor attractions. And a lot of visitor attractions have figured out that they could do tutorials to people, they can do group tours, they can do lessons there, they can have shops where they sell some of their products or services. Again, it's not the main focus of what the visitor attraction is for, but it's adding on other services that their customers will want and need. Event organisers are very similar. We think of event organisers as organising meetings, putting rows of chairs in front of screens. Whereas in fact, they do so much more. They do product launches, they do incentive away days, they do gala events, they do hospitality, but that all came from a primary need for a business meeting. What they've done is recognise that companies don't just want to meet, they also want to celebrate, they want to reward, they want to recognise. So if you have a bar, a restaurant or a hotel, have a think about how you could use the space. What is it that your customers are really asking for? What do they need, and how can you add that into your service? Do you have extra rooms? Do you have extra land that you could use? Do you have extra expertise? So really just have a look around your business and see what opportunities there are. Talk to your customers, find out what it is they really are looking for. If we don't ask, we don't know. So what are the pros and considerations? Well, the advantages for diversifying horizontally is that it helps a business develop and set themselves apart from their competition. It helps spread the risk of operating in one marketplace and to a limited market share. However, there is a risk of failure if you're not set up correctly, if you don't have the correct resources, or if you don't have the correct knowledge to move into a different area of that market. And that can mean that you can lose reputation. So that's the end of session 2 on 5 on business diversification in the visitor economy sector. I hope you found the session interesting and useful.